Thank you for tuning in to NFL News and Notes. I'm your host, Chris Hagler, and today I'm going to give you my 2010 prediction for the Baltimore Ravens. But first, I'm going to give you my 2009 recap for their season. Now, overall, this defense was ranked 3rd overall. They had the 8th in the pass defense. They were 5th in the run, 3rd in scoring defense, 8th in the sacks. They were with 32 sacks of the last season. Kind of surprising. They're the team that normally likes to blitz often and blitz frequently. They are 5th in interceptions with 22, so they did get picks, they did get turnovers. Defense was solid. That's not a surprise. That defense has been solid for, last, good Lord, 5 to 10 years now. That defense has been outstanding. You look at the offense side of the ball. 13th in the ranked offense overall, not bad. 5th in the run, very good run offense. Not surprising, they had Ray Rice, Willis McGahee, Leroy McClain would come in at times and run the ball as well. So they had really 2 great runners, and well, I think Ray Rice is a great running back. Willis McGahee is a very good running back, and McClain is a good running back. So overall, the fit is very good for the team. But they're 18th in their pass offense. I mean, that's not good at all. Flacco was up and down, very inconsistent last year. There was games where he came out, he played outstanding, and then there were games that he just flat out was horrible. He needs to get more consistent. I think they brought in a lot of weapons to help him out through this year. But continuing on last year, they were 9th in the scoring offense. They got about 24 points a game. The offensive line gave up 32 sacks overall, which was 20th in the NFL. But overall, I loved what the team did. They were 9-7 with all these stats built up. There was games that they could have won but didn't necessarily take advantage of. This year, I think, is a whole different story. And the reason is because they add Anquan Bolden. They add Dante Stallworth. Now, he's a bit of a question mark. He's been away from the game for a year after serving the year suspension with the DUI manslaughter charge. Then they bring in 2 tight ends, Ed Dickinson and Dennis Pitta. 2 tight ends they bring in the draft. I'm not sure about Dennis Pitta. I don't know where he's going to really fit in, but I can guarantee you Ed Dickinson's going to find a spot, either number 1 or number 2 overall tight end, and they'll be using him in a lot of pass formations. He's a very good receiving tight end. They just today re-signed Dewan Landry, their safety, so I think that's fine. They're signing all their players back. They really didn't lose anyone in the free agency. They also brought in, I forgot to add, Corey Redding, the defensive lineman, and they bring in the kicker Shane Graham just a few days ago. Overall, I love also their draft. I forgot Sergio Kindle, an outstanding linebacker. He did suffer an injury, and that's why teams were kind of cautious, but by the time the start of the season is going to be, he's going to be ready. So I thought that was kind of stupid that people were saying, oh, the reason he's dropping and not a first-round pick is because the injury suffered. Look, I would have taken him. The Ravens got a steal, got him in the 2nd round. That is outstanding. And then Terrence Cody, a defensive tackle from Alabama. He is going to be a force for this defense. So the defense that already is great just got better. In my opinion, I look at what they brought in, Anquan Bolden, Dante Stallworth, 2 tight ends in the draft. They still have Mark Clayton. They still, I believe, had Todd Heap. Ray Rice is going to be starting probably from the beginning this year instead of having, Willis McGahee. I'm sure they're going to use him a lot more. He's a great runner. He's a great receiver. This team is stacked from top to bottom. I love the Baltimore Ravens this year. I think they're going to be one of the more complete teams in the AFC. They're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think this team wins the AFC North. I think their overall record is going to be 12-4. I mean, this is just a very good football team. They definitely would not surprise me if they finished 1st or 2nd overall in the entire AFC conference. So overall, like I said, Ravens 12-4. I think they take AFC North this year. Tomorrow I'll be giving you my prediction for the Cleveland Browns. Is the team finally coming along? Is it just a few years before they're contenders, or are they still way off? You're going to have to tune in tomorrow to find out what I believe the Cleveland Browns' future holds, also what their prediction, or my prediction for their 2010 season. I am Chris, reporting for NFL News and Notes, and I'm out.